Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. February 28th was a sad day because Patrick Kane is now a New York Ranger. I can still see the Caner stuffing the puck into the far side of the net, and for 3 seconds, he was the only one that knew the Chicago Blackhawks had won the Stanley Cup. We do turn the calendar, and it is March 1st, and I now know, just of a couple days ago, it is the annual Spinach and Goose hunt, and I had no idea this existed. Wildcat brought it to my attention. I kind of thought at first, well, maybe it's some sort of Kansas City Chiefs celebration that I didn't know about, but I did go onto the internet or onto YouTube and looked up the hunt. And I found Julie Farnham's channel, and she explained the whole thing there. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I have not opened any Allen and Ginter, and I think it'd be the perfect opportunity for me to do so. All right, class is in session. So what you do is open up 8 packs. I have the 2022 Allen Ginter, so that means I am going goose hunting. And then I'll do my video, and I will tag Julie Farnham, and I believe 4 of the polls. And if I get a goose out of one of my packs here, I am the winner, one of the winners. I guess there's multiple winners. I'll do a playoff or something like that, but it just sounds like a lot of fun. And since Wildcat brought this to my attention, I believe officially he is SRJ Wildcat. Uncle Wild, as we'll call him sometimes. This pack is for him to be entered into the contest, so I'll maybe do that one last. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do think I'm at a little bit of an advantage in this because since 2003, I've worked at Wrigley Field during the summertime. I am a school teacher. I do give a lot of cards away to my students. Kind of the pile right there is to go next. But I have worked for the Cubs, and I walk up and down the aisle selling ice cold beverages. And for the past few years, part of my vending call has been Goose. Or, once or twice a game when something big happens, Nico Horner goes, stretches a single into a double, Suzuki puts one onto Waveland Avenue, I'll yell, the Goose is loose. So maybe I can call the Goose in these cards here. But right off the bat, Judge and Jeter, can't go wrong with that. Ron Santo, one of my favorite players. I never watched him play, but he was an awesome broadcaster. Definitely a homer, but I always enjoyed that. So, man, we're off to a good start here with Allen and Ginter. I should open this a long time ago. Joe Morgan, and here's our little card here, The Broken Ladder. That's very neat there. And Ozzy Albies. All right. Did not get the Goose there, but I kind of like those players. And I feel like part of the reason I never do get Allen and Ginter is when we get to the pop culture type of people, I never know who they are. Rachel, full-time manager of a major league affiliated team. All right, that's very cool. The low A Yankee team right there, very cool. What's cooking? Worcestershire sauce. I always like to marinate my steaks in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Sometimes I do a reverse sear with it as well. And there's Judge. That's kind of nothing numbered there, but a little different border. I'll have to look that up there. And Jameson. Studied economics in college at the age of 4. Holy cow. I'm a little bit behind the times. I better get with some of these things here. So I'll be giving a lot of these cards away to my students. Some of the pop culture people, maybe I'll see if they know who they are. I do have a lot of students that like Bryce Harper, so they're going to like that card right there. Miguel Cabrera and Ken Griffey Jr. All right, it's a nice card to get on the mini. Shane Bieber. I've told you guys many times before I like to emulate player swings when I was a kid. A lot of you probably did as well, and I did not do the kids swing any justice, that is for sure. What do we got here? The pork roll and the Taylor ham. Man, I'm getting hungry. It is lunchtime here. I do these rips during my lunch break, and I'm pretty hungry. I don't know who that is there. I'm going to have to look up some of these people. Do my due diligence as a YouTuber. Yes. Rick Sutcliffe, Big Red. All right, the Red Machine. Rick came over in '84. I think it was like 18-1 for the Cubs after he was traded from the Cleveland Indians. He also does some announcing for them as well. Jackie Robinson, very sharp card there. Joe West. I think Joe retired, but man, Joe West, the main attraction of any Major League Baseball game that he was announcing. All right, couple packs left to go. So far, no Goose or Duck or anything like that. Hunter Green. What do we have here? Giancarlo Stanton on the patch card here. That is awesome. Very cool. Features memorabilia from Giancarlo Stanton. That is awesome. Right there, I really like that. I thought maybe it would have been numbered, but that is an awesome pull right there. National Nurses Day. I do believe I have a student, her mom is a nurse. I'm gonna have to double check on that. I'll hand that card out to them. Ronald Acuna Jr. All right, my last pack, and like I said, the last pack is for Wildcat. Nico Horner. All right, I was kind of hoping secretly I would make it all worthwhile getting a Nico Horner card, but I've enjoyed these cards here so far. Pitching a gem, Cy Young. I think he pitched a gem or two back in his day. It would not be a rip for me without getting Perez. Add that to the collection. Ronald Acuna Jr. All right, Wildcat, you are in this contest. This is your pack. I can feel the Goose right here. Goose. The Goose is loose. Oh boy. Not sure who that is. Rafael Devers. Manny Machado just signed a little bit of a contract here recently. Meatball sandwich. How about that, Wildcat? We get the meatball sandwich. That looks pretty good to me for lunch. We get two of our minis here. Montas, and then, as we call it, the wrong Tampa Bay Devil Ray, and Paul Goldschmidt. All right, I've had a blast here. So go ahead and check out For the Pulls and also Julie Farnham, their YouTube page. And everyone enjoy their Goose and Spinach hunt. If you're interested, tomorrow we're doing with my son a Top Series 1 Blaster Box battle. Class is dismissed.